before we begin, I just want to, to state one thing, because I heard you say it, is, when we experience anxiety, it really is an energetic experience in our nervous system, that we're in that state of fight or flight. And so our natural instinct is to fight against it, to find that suffering and to kind of keep it bubbling, or to like run away, to escape, to like, and I find that a lot of us choose that. Let's find something happy to think about. Let's go do this thing that I'm not gonna, to deal with it. And what happens if we continue to distract, just as bad as if we continue to fight, is that we're not kind of allowing that experience to move through us. I think that there's a lot of wisdom that lives, especially, I find women especially, in the emotions and the energetic experiences that we have. There's a lot of wisdom in that, and moving through that, and what we can take from it. And so what I hope you guys get from learning how to sit and meditate with your anxiety is not to try to find a place where you're escaping from it, and also not to like continue to just sit in it and let it all percolate, but instead to separate yourself from it and kind of see what it's like to interact with it, so that you can kind of choose what you want to do with it. And at that point, there are things that we can, for me, I've been riding my bike when I can, or taking my dogs out on a quick walk, or, I literally go out and hug a tree sometimes because I need to like be in nature. And we can learn how to facilitate that anxiety so that we can continue to move with more clarity and not kind of carry that additional weight with us. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I get a little bit wordy because I'm super passionate about this, because this is the reason I do yoga, honestly. I am like one of the most high-strung, anxious people in the entire world. And for me, my practice is typically when I'm around people. It grounds me to be there, to be that, in order to be a conduit, even for you guys here. I'm super anxious today, so I'm going to be working through my anxiety right along with you guys. Okay. All right. So it's about 12:08. We're just going to do about 10 minutes here. So if you're not already in a comfortable seat, just fine. And that can be anywhere. If you feel super like you just want to lay down, feel free to, if you want to turn your screen off, if you want to have that privacy, or you can leave it on. I do ask that you put your microphone on mute, though, so that we can have as little distractions as possible. And then go ahead, once you've found a nice comfortable seat, and just let your eyelids close. I invite you to take your palms and just let them rest on you somewhere, on your legs, maybe on your body. It can be a very grounding place. And the eyelids close. And I want you to just begin to follow the flow of your breath. Just be here with it for a moment. So breath are pranayama. Prana means energy. Yama is control. So our breath is our first access point to being able to meet and move through whatever energy is percolating. Sitting up a little bit taller, begin to take the tongue right to the roof of your mouth, behind the back of your front teeth, and kind of keep it there as you inhale, to allow that breath to kind of flow along the back of your throat, creating a little bit deeper passageway for your pranayama to move here. Now that you're connected to your breath, I'll invite you just to tap into any physical sensations that you may be experiencing. Perhaps a tightness in your chest, a quickening of your heartbeat, maybe even some tension between the ears. And just meeting yourself to notice that these sensations are real, and it's okay for them to be there. Keep shifting your awareness to your breath. I want you to begin to raise your right hand and bring your thumb to cover your right nostril in any way you want, just right hand to right nostril. And continue that deep breath now through the left nostril only, the left nostril. This particular pranayama is working with our energy channel that is associated with the more passive, calming shift that takes us into our parasympathetic nervous system. As you continue breathing in and out here, we're literally telling ourselves that we're okay. So perhaps you even match your inhale with an I am. And your exhale with a here now. I am here now. Most of our anxiety comes about when we jump into the future or we grasp into the past. So by continuing an active choice to arrive here and now, begin to loosen the grip of being a victim or feeling out of control. You can just take about a minute more just breathing out of the left side of your nose. Continuing to sit up nice and tall. It's about 30 more seconds. See if you can stretch these last few breaths so that you only take about 3 long, deep breaths. This is a great breath to take any time of day that you need to come back down from overwhelm, refocus, realign. Take one more breath. Go ahead and begin to release your right hand. Keep your eyes closed, and as you continue to breathe now through both nostrils, bring awareness to the space of your heart in the front of your chest. It can sometimes tend to tighten or close off when we feel anxious. Another way that we can begin to shift out of that energy is to open our physical heart. So try to imagine you're lifting and stretching open the muscles in the front of the heart and allowing your breath to more fully lift up into that heart space. And then keeping your awareness at your heart space, go ahead and bring the palms of your hands to cover your heart into an unshakable trust mudra. A little feel across the heart. And as you have the hands filled across the heart and you're lifting up, we call this unshakable trust because when we've experienced trying situations in our life, whatever tribulations we've been through, whatever stressful situations, we've made it. We've made it here. And we will make it through whatever else comes our way. We commit to leaning in, to trusting in our own resilience. As you take your last few breaths into the heart space here, I'm going to close with one of my favorite readings about allowing the shift of energy without grasping. It's called Allow. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt, containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild and the weak. The fear, the fantasies, the failures, and your successes. When loss rips off the doors of your heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, your practice becomes to simply bear the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world will be revealed to you in new eyes. Taking one more moment here, just allowing whatever you're experiencing. And for this final shift, let's close our practice with a moment of gratitude, starting just with yourself. Thank yourself for being here, taking this time. My teacher says that the attitude of gratitude is our highest altitude. So an easy shift out of anxiety is to choose to be grateful. Grateful for the things we have to perhaps be anxious about. Perhaps being grateful for the ability to be in tuned enough to have the wisdom to be taking this time for yourself today. Take one last breath in and out here. And just let your chin fall to your chest, honoring the space you've created within yourself, committing to carry a little bit of this ease with you throughout the rest of your day and your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.